This is my first year at Hume, and one night at chapel, God really spoke to me and touched me, and I personally surrendered myself to Him, and I'm very happy I got to experience that.
This week at Hume, it really hit me that God has already forgiven me, and I just needed to learn how to forgive myself.
We focused on the crucifixion, and it really stood out to me how big of a sacrifice Jesus made for us.
This week at Hume, God has taught me that I can't do anything without Him, and that He has to be my source of strength. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to accomplish anything without Him.
This week at Hume, I got the chance and the opportunity to bond with the incoming freshmen and some of the sophomores, and I'm just really looking forward to being their role model and just being there for them, and I'm really glad we built a relationship.
This is my second time coming to Hume Lake, and a verse that really spoke to me this week is Matthew 28:20, when it says, "And surely I am with you always to the very end of the age," because it's just a reminder for me that God is always with me and I should never be afraid of anything.
In Hume, I felt God's word and was touched by Him. One night I opened to His word, Peter 3:8-9. Finally, all of you live in harmony with one another. Be sympathetic, love as brothers, be compassionate and humble. Do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult, but with blessing, because that is what you were called, so that you would inherit blessing as well. This allowed me to open up to my friends and share a time in my life that hurt and broke me. But finally being able to let it out felt like a weight had been lifted and I could heal. I am a daughter of the Lord, and that is what God did to me.
This week, God's taught me that I need to make more of an effort to build a relationship with Him, and I feel like the guys in my cabin can help me out with that a lot.
This is my 5th year at Hume, and this year I really realized that the King of all Kings loves me.
This week at Hume, I learned to trust God completely because this life is not about me, it's about Him.
This is my last year at Hume, and one night in chapel, the speaker mentioned the game Follow the Leader, and how there's pretty much only one rule, which is follow the leader. And I learned that if Christ is your leader, you need to be following Him in all areas of your life. And while something in your life may not be a sin per se, if it is like affecting the way you're walking with Christ, and if it is a burden to your run with Christ, you need to run away from that and run towards Him and try to change those areas in your life that may be slowing down and affecting your walk with Christ.
I spent this whole year trying to figure out who I am, and I know now that it's not who I am, but whose.
This week at Hume, I learned that you don't have to wait till you're older to be a missionary, but you can be a missionary in your hometown.
Tuesday night, the speaker made me realize that I had let my relationship with God get away from me. I just felt like I needed to have a recommitment with my relationship with God. And so when he asked people to stand up on Tuesday, I stood up, and I wanted to make sure that I would follow through with my relationship all the way throughout the week and when we get down the hill.
At Hume, I learned that God made us all unique so we could share His word in different ways.
Hume Lake, I learned that I can put my trust in God and know that I can come to Him with any problem or decision that I have, and that if I need Him, He will always be there for me.
This week at Hume, I learned that even though I'm not worthy, I'm worth it, and that has really impacted me because I don't really think I'm worth it, but God does.
All right, so somebody once said that cleanliness is next to godliness, and I'm going to let you be the judge from this room. You can decide how the guys in my cabin are. Come take a look.